ask you next steps, the things that you believe we need to focus on, and really from your own experience, share with us what you would like to tell women here in this room, women who are watching, especially young girls who are looking at starting their careers, building their careers. From your own experience, what is it that you would share with them?
So I think, look, at Metropolis, being in healthcare, we're quite lucky because we already have a pretty good gender balance, right? Like we said, healthcare is pretty high up there. But at Metropolis, we are at about almost 47-48% women, which is amazing, right? So you literally, and we've managed to create an organization where women across don't feel a gender bias at all. And the way we've done that is not only obviously by having leaders who are representing that, but by making equal opportunity a value system. Often I find in organizations, if there's a guy who's a great performer on financials, all his other behaviors will get ignored, right? Whether it's sexual harassment or whether it's not equal opportunities, bias, gender bias or anything else. We've been very clear, your performance is great, but your value system is equally important in the organization, and your value system includes the fact that you will deal with people equally, whether it's of gender, religion, caste, creed, whatever it is, right? And I think that's been a fundamental way to be able to create that no bias in the organization. So, but we still do struggle with enough women at the senior leadership level. So if I look at just the CXO group, unfortunately out of 12, I have only 2 women along with me, which is one of the agenda points which I'm going to give my own organization going forward to say this needs to move closer to a 40 to 50% ratio in the years to come. Just out there for all the women, the only point I want to make is, we've all been so conditioned by society to stay away from risk. Whether it's our fathers, whether it's our brothers, whether it's our husbands, constantly telling us, be safe, come home at this time, don't do this, don't do that. Our whole lives we've heard, avoid this risk. And then suddenly when the woman becomes older, we say, oh, now go out of the house and do field work and, become an entrepreneur and do this. And I mean, you're asking a person who you've conditioned to, have no risk to now suddenly become risk prone. And if you look at women entrepreneurship, it's all about living with uncertainty, or any entrepreneurship. So I think a lot of it has to go back to how we bring up our daughters and stop protecting them in these golden cages and keeping them away from every iota of risk, because that is not life. We have to teach them how to navigate it versus teaching them a way to stay away from it. And to me, I think once we can all learn to embrace risk, we can do anything.
We most certainly can do anything.